Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some New York Yankees baseball, 1961, June 15th, on the channel for you. We got the New York Yankees traveling to Cleveland to take on the Indians. And your starting lineup for the visiting Yankees, leading off playing second base, is Bobby Richardson. Batting second, playing shortstop's Tony Kubek. Batting third, playing right field's Roger Maris. Batting fourth, playing center field's Mickey Mantle. Batting fifth, playing first base is Bill Skowron. Batting sixth, playing left field is Yogi Berra. Batting seventh, doing the catching is Elston Howard. Batting eighth, playing third base is Clint Boyer. And doing the pitching, batting ninth for the New York Yankees is Ralph Terry. Let's take a look at the hometown Cleveland Indians starting lineup. You got leading off playing second, Johnny Temple. Batting second, playing center field is Jim Purcell. Batting third, playing left field is John Franco. Batting fourth, playing first base is Victor Power. Batting fifth, playing right field is Willie Kirtland. Batting sixth, doing the catching is John Roman. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Woody Held. Batting eighth, playing third base is John Felt. And on the mound, doing the pitching for the Cleveland Indians is MUDCAT Grant. Let's get this game started, folks. Alrighty, and here's the first pitch to Bobby Richardson for MUDCAT. And that's going to be a single in the left field. Bobby gets on the leadoff single. And that brings up Tony Kubek. Bobby down at first. Hey, Bob, how are you? Glad to hear it, bud. All right, we got Kubek going now at first. Up the plate, and with Richardson on at first. And here's the pitch to Tony. And that's going to be a base hit in the center field. And just like that, we got the first two runners on with the M&M boys coming up. First and second, nobody out. Just what the Yankees want. Here's Roger. Hey, Doug. Let's see what Roger can do here. And they don't want no parts of Roger. He just walked the bases loaded for Mick. Sure, MUDCAT's not having a good outing so far here. Bases loaded for Mickey Mantle. Here's the pitch to Mick. And that ball 4. He walks Mick. Walks in a run, folks. Bases still loaded for the Moose. The Moose has been hitting well. He's batting .294 with 18 home runs, 61 RBIs. And it's a swing and a miss. That's the first out. They get the Moose. Still one out now. Bases juice. Kubek, Maris, and Mantle on. Here's the pitch to Mr. Clutch, Yogi Berra. And that ball is hit into left field. Is that going to be deep enough to get Kubek in? Yes, it is. Kubek comes in on the sacrifice fly. And it's 2 runs scored here in the first. We got first and second now with 2 outs for Mr. Howard. Can Elston break this game open? Go to the bullpen. 1961. Bob says go to the bullpen. I like it, Bob. And that ball is hit down the short. They'll get out of the inning. He'll go to short weight over to Temple. But the Yanks scored 2. We go to the bottom of the first. Yankees 2, Indians coming up the bat. Hey, Tim. So we got Temple, Purcell, and Francona due up here for the Indians. Let's see what happens here. Here's the pitch to Johnny, and that ball is hit down to Boyer at third. He fires across the diamond. That's 1 out. And here's the pitch to Jimmy. And that ball is hit down to Quebec. And he's up with it. He fires over the Moose. 2 outs here. And that brings up John Francona. And that ball is popped up the short center field. Mick comes in on it and makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 goes the Indians. We go to the top of the second. Yankees 2, Indians nothing. We got the bottom part of the order due up. Boyer, Terry, and then Quebec. And here's the pitch to Clint. And that ball is swung on and missed. He gets Boyer on 3 nice pitches. Brings up Ralph Terry. And he strikes out Terry. So it looks like Grant settled down since that first inning. Here's Bobby Richardson. He singled his first time up and scored. And he hits that ball down the third. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Yanks. Go to the bottom of the second. New York Yankees 2, Cleveland Indians nothing. We got Power, Kirtland, and Roman due up here for the Indians. Here's Vic. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. They get the lead runner on, folks. Brings up Kirtland. And here's the pitch to Willie. And that ball is swung on and missed. Terry strikes out Kirtland. What about that reminded you of Linda Ronstadt? Was that a blue bayou or what? And here is Mr. John Roman. And that ball is hit down to second. He'll go over to Quebec, but not enough time to turn 2. So John will be down at first for Woody Held with 2 outs now. And Woody gets a hold of this ball and drives it in the right field. And John's going to motor on down the third. And Indians are making some noise here in the second. First and third with 2 outs. For Mr. Phillips, see what Bubba can do here. And he hits that ball down the third. And Boyer fire across the diamond over the Moose. And that'll end the inning. The Indians leave 2 on. We go to the top of the third. Still 2-0 Yankees. We got the top of the order due up here for the Yanks. Well, not completely the top. We got Quebec, Maris, and Mantle. Oh, good, cool, Bob. Like, say, if you need any help, bud, let me know. We can even get on Steam here and walk through and do stuff together. Not a problem, bud. Yeah, like, say, if you got any questions, you ask me. I'm not no expert, but I know enough to get by here with this. That's for sure. Here's the pitch to Quebec. And that is hit in the center field. Jimmy's coming in on it. He gets to it, but then he drops it. That's an E8. And Quebec's going to be on first with an error. How about that, folks? And again, here comes the M&M boys. Grant didn't want nothing to do with Maris the first time up. He walked him. Here's the pitch to Roger this time. And that ball's hit into left field. And Francona's going back near the track, just short of it, and makes the catch. And here's the Mick. Same thing. He walked the Mick the first time up. Let's see if Mano can do something with Quebec on it first. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Mano goes down, and that brings up Moose. Moose struck out his first time up, and he hits that ball down the third. And Phelps will go over to second for the out. And the Yankees strand the leadoff runner on at first. We go to the bottom of the third. New York 2, Cleveland nothing. We got the pitcher Grant due up, and then the top of the order in Temple and Purcell. So here's the pitch to MUDCAT. And that is hit down the first. Moose has got it. He'll take it himself. And that's out number 1 here in the third. And that'll bring up Mr. Temple. He's 0 for 1, grounded out the third his first time up. But he drives that ball into right field. And Johnny's on with a single. And that brings up Mr. Purcell with Johnny down at first with 1 out. Yanks looking to turn 2, but they're not going to. Jimmy gets a hold of this one, folks. He drives that ball into the gap in right field. And that's going to score Johnny from first. And just like that, the Indians cut the lead in half. And it's 2-1. Runner on at second for Francona with only 1 out here. Here's the pitch to John. And that ball is hit in the left field. I don't think that's going to be deep enough to get him over to third now. Yogi comes in a few steps, makes the catch. 2 outs. Brings up Vic Power. Power is 1 for 1. He singled in the second inning. And that ball is hit back to Terry. He's got it. He fires over the bill, and that'll end the inning. But the Apba scores a run and cuts the lead to 2-1. So we go to the top of the fourth. We got Barra, Howard, and Boyer due up. Here's the pitch to Yogi. And Yogi drives that ball in the right field. Kirtland's looking up. He's going back, and watches that sail over his head. Home run, Yogi Berra. Just like that, the Yanks get that run back. And that brings up Mr. Elston Howard now with nobody on, no outs. And that's going to be a single in the left field. Just like that, MUDCAT's getting himself in a little bit of a mess here in the fourth. Brings up Clint Boyer now with Howard down at first. Boyer's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. He hits that ball in the left field. Francona's got it measured, and that'll be out number 1. Brings up Ralph Terry. He's going to try to sacrifice Howard down the second. See if Bobby Richardson, the top of that order, can get him in here. And he does just that. He bunts that ball down the third. And Temple's covering first. And like I say, Howard will end up down at down at second with 2 outs. Here's Mr. Richardson. And that ball's lifted in the left field. Francona's measuring it. He's under it. And that'll be it. They leave Howard stranded down at second, but they do score one on the Yogi Berra home run. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's New York Yankees 3, Cleveland Indians 1. Kirtland, Roman, and Held due up here for the Indians. Hey, Dave. And check out Dave Little's channel, folks. He's been doing the Heartland Wrestling on there. Here's the pitch to Kirtland. And that ball is hit down to Boyer. Easy play. He fires over the Bill Skowron. One down. Here's John. He is 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. This time he hits the ball down to Quebec. He goes up the middle for it, grabs it, fires over to Skowron. Quick 2 outs here in the fourth. Brings up Woody. Held. He's 1 for 1. Singled in the second. And that ball is hit down to first. Skowron will take it. He calls off Perry and touches the bag himself. So 1, 2, 3 goes the Indians. We go to the top of the fifth. It's still 3-1 Yanks. We got Quebec, Maris, and Mantle due up here in the fifth. Tony's 1 for 2 and scored a run. Reached on an error his other time. And here's the pitch to Quebec. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. Tony gets on for the M&M boys. Let's see what they can do this time here with Quebec on. The last time they left him stranded down there at first. Maris is 0 for 1 with a walk. Flew out the left his second time up. And that ball is hit back to the mound. That ball ain't hit nowhere. Sorry about that, folks. That's a Y factor. So he strikes out Roger. Roger goes down swinging. Mick's 0 for 1 with a walk. He struck out his last time up. See if he can do something with Quebec on it first. And I'll say he does. He drives that ball in the left field. Back, and that ball is gone, folks. Home run, Mickey Mantle. 2-run shot makes it 5-1 Yanks. Here comes Mr. Bill Skowron up now. He's 0 for 2, struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. And he hits that ball in the left field. Francona doesn't have to go as far back this time. And he can make the catch on Moose. That'll be 2 outs. And that brings up Mr. Yogi Berra. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer and a sacrifice fly. So Berra's got 2 RBIs on the day. See if he can make it 3 with another home run, folks. They don't want no parts of Yogi. He walks him. Yogi goes trotting on down to first. See if Mr. Howard can drive him in. Elston's 1 for 2. He's reached on a fielder's choice and got a single in the fourth. And he doesn't want no parts of Howard either, I guess. So he's just walked Howard. We got first and second. They go out and talk to him. MUDCAT is due up second. They're just trying to get him through this inning. He says he can get Boyer. He knows what he's doing. Clint's 0 for 2. He struck out and flown out the left field. Here's the pitch to Boyer. And he didn't know what he was doing because Boyer just squared this ball up, folks. And that ball is driven into right field. It's down there and bouncing around. And Mr. Boyer just got himself a triple, folks. And he just busted this game wide open. It's now 7-1 New York. Sure. Cleveland fans are not happy at all now. Old MUDCAT said he could get him out, and he didn't. Terry's up here now. Here's the pitch to Terry. And Terry's even getting in on the hit parade, folks. He hits that ball in the right field. And just like that, Yankees are up 8-0. Sure. Let's see here. Cleveland's looking to make a move here. They might do a double switch with Held. And that's what they're going to do here. They're going to do a double switch. Sure. Yeah, way to go, Mick is right. Let's see here. Who are they going to go to? Need somebody to pitch a few innings for them. Looks like they're going to be Frank Funk in. And like I say, he's going to bat in the 7th spot. And we'll go to the bench here. And Mike Delahose is going to come in and bat in the 9th spot and play short. Alrighty, folks. As MUDCAT got beat around here. Sure. Let's see if Funk can get him out of the inning here. You got Terry down at first. You got Bobby Richardson up. Bobby is 1 for 3 and scored. See if he can keep this hit parade going, folks. No, he pops that ball up behind home plate. Roman's got it. And that'll be the 3rd out. But the Yankees score 5 in the 5th. Bust this game open. It's 8-1 New York. The Indians got Phelps, Hose, and then Temple due up here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to John. And that ball is popped up in the infield. And Quebec calls everybody off. And he makes the play for the 1st out. Here comes Delahose up now. Nobody on his 1st time up. And he gets a base hit in the left field, folks. So Mike's on at first for Johnny Temple with 1 out here in the 5th. And Temple drives that ball in the right field. And Delahose is going to motor on down the 3rd, folks. And just like that, the Indians are making a little bit of noise here in the bottom of the 5th. 1st and 3rd and only 1 out for Mr. Jimmy Purcell. And here's the pitch. And he connects with this off of Ralph Terry. And that ball is back. And that ball is going over the left field fence. 3-run homer, folks. Just like that, the Indians are trying to get back in this game. It's 8-4. Sure. Let's see if that's the killer home run that ends the inning. Let's see if Terry now can get out of this mess with nobody on. Here's John Francona up now. And that ball is popped up behind home plate. Howard takes off the mask, makes the catch. That's 2 outs. Here's Vic Power up now. And that ball is hit in the deep center field, but Mick's got room at the track, makes the catch. But the Indians score 3 on the home run. And we go to the 6th inning. It is New York Yankees 8, Cleveland Indians 4. And we got Quebec, Maris, and Mantle due up here against Funk. Here's the pitch to Quebec. He's 2 for 3, having a great game, folks. He's batting .305 on the year with 4 home runs, 26 RBIs. And he's not done yet today. He squares this one up against Funk. He drives that ball into the gap in right field. And Kirtland comes over and gets it after it rolls off against the wall. So Quebec in the scoring position for the M&M boys. And here's Roger. He's 0 for 2. He's walked. And Rogers hitting .244 on the year with 21 home runs and 41 RBIs. And they got Quebec taking off, trying to steal third. We're not going to do that with a 4-run lead. So that is strike 1 on Maris. And that's a single in the center. And Quebec's rounding third, trying to score. Here's the throw. Can he get in there, folks? And here's the throw, and they get Quebec out at home. And Maris takes second on the throw home. So we got a runner on at second still, but this time 1 out. And here's the pitch to Mick. Mick's 1 for 2 with that 3-run homer. And we drop the dice, of course. It ain't a game until you drop the dice. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3 on Mick. Brings up Moose now. It takes a 2-out hit to get Maris in. And that ball is hit in the right field. Kirtland's got it. So the Yankees leave one stranded. Thanks to the play at the plate. Don't score anything. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-4. New York. And we got Kirtland, Roman, and a pitch hitter for Funk due up here in the 6th inning. Here's the pitch to Kirtland. And that ball is hit down the short. Quebec's up with it. Fires over to first. 1 down. Roman up now. 1 out, nobody on. Again, that ball's hit down to Quebec. They might want to pick on somebody else. I have a pitch hitter here for Funk. He's going to come in the pitch hit. I'm going to bring Bob Hall. He's going to come in. Yankees are looking at him, thinking about making a move for him. So they're going to let him come in and hit against the Yankees. Let him see him up close and personal. Two down, nobody on for Bob. And he hits that ball down to first base. Moose has got it. He's going to toss it over to Terry covering, and that ends the inning, folks. Now we need a pitcher here for the Indians. He's going to come in here and pitch. Looks like Bob Allen's going to come in here to pitch, folks. I'm going to bring in the lefty to face Yogi and them. All right. Cancel that. We don't want him doing that. Put him in the wrong spot. Supposed to be batting seventh. There we go. We got Bear, Howard, and Boyer due up here in the seventh. Here's the pitch to Yogi, 1-for-1 with that home run. And there's the pitch. And that ball is hit down the second. Temple's got it over the power, 1 down. Brings up Mr. Elston Howard. He's 1-for-2. Walked and scored a run. And he's going to be 2-for-3 here, folks, as he drives that ball in the right field. Gets a single off of Allen. It brings up Clint Boyer now with a runner on at first. 1 down. Boyer with that big triple. See what he does here in the seventh. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Brings up Ralph Terry. And here's the pitch to Terry. And that ball is lifted in the right field. And Kirtland's got room out there. So the Yanks leave Howard on at first. We go to the 7th inning stretch. We got Phelps, Delahose, and Temple due up here in the bottom of the 7th for the Indians. Here's the pitch to Bubba. And that ball is hit in the left field. Yogi over near the line makes the catch. 1 out. Mike Delahose is up now. He singled his first time up. And he hits that ball down the Moose at first. He's going to take it himself. That'll be out number 2. And that brings up Mr. Temple now. He's 2-for-3. And Terry walks him. What you want to see here with a 4-run lead. See what Jimmy can do here. He hit that big home run his last time up. So he better be pitching careful to him. And he hits that ball down the short. Cue back up with it. He'll fire over to Richardson covering. And the Indians strand 1. We go to the top of the 8th. It's New York Yankees 8. Cleveland Indians 4. We got the top of the order due up here for the Yanks. Richardson, Quebec, and Maris. And that might have been the end of the game for Terry. Doing a lot of patting on the back. Congratulations. In the dugout, here's Bobby Richardson up now. And that ball is hit back to the mound. No, that ball's hit down to first. Sorry about that, folks. Powers got it. He steps on the bag, 1 out. Here comes Tony having a hell of a game. He's 3-for-4 with a double, scored twice. And that ball is popped up in the infield. Temple's calling everybody off. He makes the catch. That's a quick 2 outs here in the 8th. Here comes Mr. Maris. And he hits that ball down the 3rd. Phelps up with it. Fires across the diamond. 1, 2, 3 go the Yanks. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Yankees 8. Indians 4. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the Yankee bullpen. I'm going to bring Bob Turley in here. Pitch the 8th inning, it looks like. It's been a while since Bob's pitched. That'll be it for Terry. And here's John Francona up now. And that ball's hit down. What has happened here? Let's go back here. Supposed to bring in Bob. Why didn't they bring Bob in? There we go. Now Bob's in there. And that ball is hit down the short. Cue back up with it. Makes the play. 1 out. Brings up Victor Power up now. And Vic hits that ball down the short also. Quebec's busy. Makes the play. 2 quick outs. Brings up Kirtland. Willie here is 0 for 3 today. Struck out and grounded out the third and grounded out the short. He gets a base hit this time, though, folks. He puts that ball in the left field. Brings up Roman. Now with Kirtland on at first. He's 0 for 3. He's reached on a fielder's choice and grounded out the short both times. And Bob just plunked him. It's sure not what you want with a 4-run lead. So brings up Allen. They'll have a pitch hitter here for Allen. And that'll be Dillard's going to come in here. The pitch hit. There's Don. 2 outs and wait a second. You're supposed to come in and pitch hit, not pitch run. Undo. Okay, he hits Roman. There's Dillard. Now let's see if we can get him to pitch hit instead of pitch run. There we go. And that ball is hit in the left field. Yogi's going after it in the gap. He's got it. And the Yanks get out of the mess. We go to the top of the 9th, folks. We need a new pitcher here for the Indians. And Johnny will come in, Antonella. He'll be batting in the 7th hole. And he'll be facing them heart of the lineup here. He's got Mantle, Scourin, and Barra here in the 9th. Yankees are up by 4. Here's the pitch to Mick. He's got that big 3-run homer. And he hits that ball down the second. Easy play for Temple. Over to Vic. one down. Brings up Mr. Moose Scourin. Scourin's 0 for 4. He'd like to get off the snide. That's not going to happen, folks, as he pops that ball up in the infield. And who wants it? Della Hose is calling everybody off. He'll make the play. That's a quick 2 outs here in the ninth. That brings up Mr. Yogi Berra with a home run today, and he hits that ball down to Della Hose. Della Hose fires across the diamond. 1, 2, 3, go the Yanks. We go to the ninth inning. New York Yankees 8. Cleveland Indians 4. We got Phelps, Della Hose, and Temple due up here in the bottom of the ninth. See if Bob can get through this inning here on his own. Here's the pitch to John. And that ball is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Nice pitching by Turley. Comes Della Hose up now. And he gets a hold of this one off of Bob. And he drives that ball in the left field for a base hit. Indians ain't going down easy, folks. That brings the top of the order up now with 1 out and a runner on at first. And Johnny's having himself a damn good game. He's 2 for 3, walked and scored twice. But that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Can Bob strike out the side here? Got to be careful with Jimmy. Jimmy's 2 for 4 with a double and a home run and 4 RBIs. He's drove in every run here today, folks. And he's careful with him. He just walked him. And with the lefty up now, we're going to go to the bullpen. We're going to bring in Luis here to pitch to the lefty. Not going to take no chances here. Hey, Ken. How are you, bud? So, where's Luis at? Bring in Aurora. Try to get the last out here. We got 2 on, 2 out, and Francona at the plate. He is 0 for 4, so sure, he might be due if you're an Indians fan. But no, he hits that ball down to Quebec. Quebec's going to go to short way over to Richardson, and that will end the inning, folks, and the game. And the Yankees win 8-4. Hey, Beatles, how are you, bud? And let's take a look at the box score here, folks. All righty. Yankees 8 runs on 11 hits and no errors. The Indians 4 runs on 9 hits and an error. Quebec had himself a hell of a good game, folks. 3 for 5, scored twice. Mick with that big 3-run homer. Yogi with that solo shot. Quebec had a double. Like I say, he had himself a fine game. Temple and Jimmy had a fine game. Jimmy drove in all 4 runs for the Indians, folks. That was a wasted performance, that's for sure. Oh, MUDCAT sure didn't have a good game. Ralph Terry pitched 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 1, and gave up that home run. Bob came in and did a damn good job, pitched 1 2/3, 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 2. And then Luis came in and shut the door there with ninth inning. And like I say, MUDCAT had a terrible game. 4 2/3 inning, 8 hits, 8 runs, walked 4, struck out 5, and gave up 2 big home runs. After that, the bullpen was awesome. Funk came in and pitched an inning and a third, gave up 2 hits, struck out 1. Allen, 2 innings, a hit, and struck out 1. And Antonelli, 1 inning, and that was it, folks. Oh, thank you, Doug. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Tim. Yeah, let's do some fast play here. We got the Senators traveling up to Bmore to take on the Orioles. See what happens up here in Baltimore. Little bus ride. Don't need no stinking plane to go from DC to Baltimore. The Orioles win. The Senators 3 runs on 8 hits. I think that snaps a 6 or 7 game losing streak for the Orioles. 3 runs on 8 hits and 1 error for the Senators. Orioles 5 runs on 9 hits and an error. We got the Angels traveling to Chicago to take on the White Sox. And the White Sox win. The Angels, no runs on 7 hits and no errors. White Sox, 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Then we got the Boston Red Sox traveling to Detroit to take on the Tigers. Jim Bunning on the mound for the Tigers. He's been on fire lately. Still is. Look at that. Shut them out. Red Sox, no runs on 4 hits and an error. The Tigers, 1 run on 7 hits and no errors. Sure, they needed everything they could out of Bunning there. The Athletics heading to Minnesota to take on the Twins. Let's see what KC can do. Can they win a game here? No, the Twins squeak one out. Athletics, 8 runs on 7 hits and no errors. The Twins, 9 runs on 12 hits and an error. Let's take a look at the standings here after June 15th. You going to do a game after this, Beatles? We got the Yankees 3 games up on the Tigers, 6 games up on the Twins, 7 games up on the Orioles, 8 games up on the White Sox, 9.5 games up on the Indians, 10 games up on the Los Angeles Angels, 14 up on the Red Sox. Senators are 16.5 games back, and the lonely A's 21 games back, folks. Gentile hit another home run. He's up to 23 for the Orioles here. Batting .254. Sure. Scouring, though, leading the league with RBIs with 61. Rocky Colavito is leading the league with a .376 average. Let's take a look here. Oh, no. Go ahead, Beatles. Yeah, I'll be over there to watch a game. Yep. Let's take a look here at the pitching here for the American League. Look at that, Jim Bunning, a 1.86 ERA with 11 wins, folks, tearing the league up. That was Luis's 13th save leading the league. Earl Wynn with a 2.27 ERA. Ralph Terry with a 2.45 ERA. What was that? Ralph's 8th win. So, yeah, like I say, Jim Bunning's almost unhittable, man. Unhittable. All righty, folks. I want to thank Beatles, Doug Hunt, Dave Little, Ken Castro, Tim D, Robert. I think that's everybody that came in today and watched this game here in Cleveland. Check out, like I say, Beatles channel. Check out Dave Little's channel. And like I say, if Beatles is going to do a game, head on over there and watch Beatles. That's what I'm going to do. Till next time, y'all have a great evening and take care. Oh, you're welcome, Tim.